cutting the steak on a paper plate, watching the arrival of a sudden fate. The wine is expensive and the room is cold, feeding the story that the ancestors told. The crew is gathered in the circle of the light, cutting through the fabric of the freezing night. The windows are boarded and the iron is out, leaving the enemy with the internal doubt. We eat in the silence of the industrial park, leaving a permanent psychological mark. I see the loyalty in the eyes of the men, knowing exactly where the violence begin. The feds are circling the neighborhood block, ignoring the ticking of the mechanical clock. The luxury is heavy and the trauma is deep, monitoring the secrets that the shadows keep. I am a project pharaoh at the head of the board, following the laws of the neighborhood law. The safe house, last supper in the middle of the frost,
calculating every single tactical cost.
The meal is the bond and the crown is the prize,
under the gaze of the paranoid eyes.
The safe house, last supper in the middle of the frost,
searching for the spirits of the brothers we lost.
The wine is the blood and the steel is the truth,
feeding the hunger of the project youth.
Yeah, a name dropped the brothers who are headed to the south, keeping the metal in the industrial mouth. One is going west and the other is gone, waiting for the arrival of the project dawn. The table is a witness to the plans that we made, watching the progress that the ancestors made. I am the survivor of the 95 war, opening the path for a project war. The alligator coat is hanging on the chair, taking the internal project spirit to prayer. The meat is rare and the wine is old, feeding the story that the ancestors told. I look at my brother and I nod the head, thinking about the life of the neighborhood dead. The operation is over and the split is live, knowing exactly what it takes to survive. The city is a grid and the grid is a trap, moving the pieces on the neighborhood map. The safe house, last supper in the middle of the frost,
calculating every single tactical cost.
The meal is the bond and the crown is the prize,
under the gaze of the paranoid eyes.
The safe house, last supper in the middle of the frost,
searching for the spirits of the brothers we lost.
The wine is the blood and the steel is the truth,
feeding the hunger of the project youth.
Eat up. This is the last time we sit together until the snow melts.
Fashion rebels.
Look, I am a poet of the pavement with the scarred up face, searching for the shadow of a forgotten space. The plates are empty and the glasses are dry, under the gaze of the paranoid sky. We stand in the shadow of the industrial night, hiding from the reach of the tactical light. The luxury is real and the trauma is mine, crossing the dangerous invisible street line. I am the master of the grime and the gold, feeding the story that the ancestors told.
The world is a mirror of the choices we made, watching the progress that the ancestors made. I back up the duffel and I walk to the door, thinking about the rhythm of the project war. The winter is coming and the winter is me, vanishing away from the Griselda machine. The safe house is empty as I step in the ride, with nowhere left for the spirit to hide.
Good luck out there. Stay in the shadows. The world is yours. Let the beat fade out. I am kneeling in the slush and the industrial dirt, hiding the evidence of the neighborhood hurt. The pothole is a vault in the middle of the street, monitoring the rhythm of the violent beat. The feds are circling the block in the black sedan, following the logic of the tactical plan. I push the plastic deep in the crack of the road, carrying the weight of the heavy project load. The city is crumbling like the soul of a man, doing everything that the street soldier can. The blue and red lights are a ghost in the fog, escaping the arrival of the tactical dog. I got the alligator parker on the wet ground, listening for the echo of the predator sound. The asphalt is jagged and the asphalt is cold, feeding the story that the ancestors told. I'm a project pharaoh with the mud on the silk, while the world is crying over spilled milk. I name drop the brothers who left the bag in the open, watching how the internal project energy broken. They didn't have the patience for the pothole play, watching the arrival of the judgment day. The luxury is heavy and the drama is deep, monitoring the secrets that the shadows keep. I am the survivor of the buffalo frost, calculating every single tactical cost. The iron is tucked in the designer waist, doing the work with the tactical haste. The feds are a shadow in the industrial mist, adding a new name to the victory list. I stand up slow and I brush off the knee, watching the arrival of the enemy. The money is safe under the broken tire track, leaving a permanent psychological track. I am the king of the buffalo and the lord of the grime, mastering the rhythm of the project time. They drive right over it, they never look down. The city is a fall. Look, the street is a graveyard of the dreams and the gold, feeding the story that the ancestors told. I walk to the corner with the cold industrial grace, searching for the shadow of a forgotten space. The engine is idling in the shadow of the brick, making the internal survivalist clock click. The feds pass me by, but they don't see a thing, listening to the song that the desert wind sings. I am a poet of the pavement with the scarred up face, searching for the shadow of a forgotten space. The pothole gold is the secret of the block, ignoring the ticking of the mechanical clock. The city is a grid and the grid is a trap, moving the pieces on the neighborhood map. The world is a mirror of the choices we made, watching the progress that the ancestors made. I vanish in the smoke of the industrial night, hiding from the reach of the tactical light. The prophet is buried where the concrete is dead, thinking about the words that the ancestors said. Dig it up. When the sun goes down, the street never tells. The world is yours. Let the beat fade out. Yeah. The fever is breaking. Foam on the alligator collar, infected with the grime. Griselda, machine. Look. I am waking up with the fever and the sweat on the skin, knowing exactly where the psychological violence began. The blood is boiling like a kettle in the project room, anticipating the arrival of a sudden doom. I got the rabies in the spirit and the rage in the bone, leaving the street soldier feeling completely alone. The vision is blurring and the vision is red. Thinking about the life of the neighborhood dead. I am snapping at the air and I am snapping at the ghost. Preparing the table for the lethal street roast. The luxury is a mask for the animal inside, with nowhere left for the predator to hide. I step out the penthouse with the foam on the lip, refusing to let the street authority slip. The iron is cold, but the blood is a fire, rising from the ashes of the funeral pyre. I see the opposition and I see the prey, watching the arrival of the judgment day. I name drop the brothers who were bitten by the street, monitoring the rhythm of the violent beat. The infection is spreading through the industrial park, leaving a permanent psychological mark. I am the survivor of the 95 plague, making the internal project vision less vague. I got the designer Parker and the rabies in the vein, relieving the pressure in the paranoid brain. The feds are a shadow in the industrial mist, adding a new name to the victory list. I am the king of the buffalo and the lord of the grind, mastering the rhythm of the project time. The world is a mirror of the choices we made, watching the progress that the ancestors made. I bite through the wire, and I bite through the lead, walking through the ghosts of the neighborhood dead. The silence is over and the screaming is live, knowing exactly what it takes to survive. I'm infected. Don't get too close. The bite is lethal. Buffalo, the machine. Look, I am a poet of the pavement with the scarred up face, searching for the shadow of a forgotten space. The rabies is a power and the rabies is a weight, signaling the arrival of a sudden fate. The opposition is running from the predator sound, until the enemy is buried in the ground. I am the master of the winter and the lead, thinking about the words that the ancestors said. The city is a grid and the grid is a trap, moving the pieces on the neighborhood map. I finish the business with the teeth in the claw, living outside of the reach of the law. The luxury is heavy and the trauma is deep, monitoring the secrets that the shadows keep. I am the monster in the mirror of the street, making the internal project survivalist complete. I vanish in the smoke of the industrial night, hiding from the reach of the tactical light. Griselda, machine. The fever never goes away. Stay out of the way. The world is yours. Let the beat fade out. I am listening to the noise of the neighborhood dogs, watching the arrival of the industrial fogs. They talk about the money and they talk about the lead, thinking about the life of the neighborhood dead. But the bark is a phantom and the bark is a ghost, preparing the table for the lethal street roast. I got the alligator boots and the iron on the hip, refusing to let the street authority slip. The silence is a predator in the middle of the block, ignoring the ticking of the mechanical clock. I am the survivor of the buffalo frost, calculating every single tactical cost. The teeth are made of steel and the teeth are made of truth, feeding the hunger of the project youth. I see the reflection of the reaper in the chain, relieving the pressure in the paranoid brain. The bite is worse than the bark tonight,
hiding from the reach of the tactical light.
The talking is over and the action is live,
knowing exactly what it takes to survive.
The bite is worse than the bark tonight,
Preparing the spirit for the final fight.
Scars are the witness and the crown is the prize.
Under the gaze of the paranoid eye.
I name drop the brothers who were silent and mean, vanishing away from the Griselda machine. They never told a story and they never made a sound, until the enemy was buried in the ground. And my project Pharaoh with the iron in the palm, breaking the rhythm of the city in the calm. The luxury is heavy and the trauma is deep, monitoring the secrets that the shadows keep. The feds are a shadow in the industrial mist, adding a new name to the victory list. I am the king of the buffalo and the lord of the grind, mastering the rhythm of the project time. The alligator Parker is a shield for the cold, feeding the story that the ancestors told. I step through the alley with the lethal street grace, searching for the shadow of a forgotten space. The bite is worse than the bark tonight,
Hiding from the reach of the tactical light.
the talking is over and the action is live.
Not knowing exactly what it takes to survive.
The bite is worse than the bark tonight.
Preparing the spirit for the final fight.
Scars are the witness and the crown is the prize.
Under the gaze of the paranoid eyes.
Keep talking while I work, the teeth don't miss. Fashion rebels, the machine. I am a poet of the pavement with the scarred up face, searching for the shadow of a forgotten space. The bite is a puncture in the fabric of the night, cutting through the reach of the tactical light. The opposition is silent as the snow starts to fall, watching the internal project empire fall. I am the master of the winter and delay, walking through the ghosts of the neighborhood dead. The city is a grit, and the grit is a trap, moving the pieces on the neighborhood map. The world is a mirror of the choices we made, watching the progress that the ancestors made. I finish the business and I step in the ride, with nowhere left for the spirit to hide. The luxury is real and the trauma is mine, crossing the dangerous invisible street line. I vanish in the smoke of the industrial light, hiding from the reach of the tactical light. No more noise, just results. Buffalo to the world is yours.
Let the beat fade out. Let the beat fade out.
Yeah. I kept the hunger in the belly and the iron in the sleeve, giving all the enemies a reason to believe. But the pressure is a mountain and the mountain is a weight, signaling the arrival of a sudden fate. I am tired of the talking and I'm tired of the game, ready for the arrival of the industrial flame. The leash was a wire and the wire was thin, knowing exactly where the violence began. I see the terror in the eyes of the fake, monitoring every single tactical mistake. The alligator code is open and the spirit is raw, living outside of the reach of the law. I am a project pharaoh with the blood on the tooth, feeding the hunger of the project youth. The snap is a sound like a bone in the night, cutting through the fabric of the freezing light. The opposition is shaking like a leaf in the wind, knowing exactly where the violence begins. Off the leash in the middle of the block, ignoring the ticking of the mechanical clock. The anger is a weapon and the anger is the truth, feeding the hunger of the project youth. Off the leash in the middle of the block, keeping the internal project spirit on lock. The beast is running and the crown is the prize, under the gaze of the paranoid eye. name drop the brothers who were monsters in the field, refusing to let the internal energy yield. They saw the red mist and they saw the black rain, relieving the pressure in the paranoid brain. I am the survivor of the 95 war, opening the path for a project war. The opposition is a ghost in the industrial mist, adding a new name to the victory list. I am swinging the iron like a hammer in the forge, watching out the internal project energy gorge. The luxury is heavy and the trauma's deep, monitoring the secrets that the shadows keep. The leashes on the floor and the leash is a ghost, preparing the table for the lethal street roast. I am the king of the buffalo and the lord of the grind, mastering the rhythm of the project time. The feds are a shadow in the industrial mist, adding a new name to the victory list. I see the reflection of the reaper in the grave, watching the arrival of the judgment day. Off the leash in the middle of the block, ignoring the ticking of the mechanical clock. The anger is a weapon and the anger is the truth, feeding the hunger of the project youth. Off the leash in the middle of the block, keeping the internal project spirit on lock. The beast is running and the crown is the prize, under the gaze of the paranoid eyes. You should have let me stay in the cage. The collar is broken. The silence is over and the screaming is loud, rising from the shadow of the funeral shroud. I am a poet of the pavement with the scarred up face, searching for the shadow of a forgotten space. The beast doesn't negotiate and the beast doesn't talk, watching how the internal project energy walk. I finished the job with the cold industrial hand, planning the future of the project land. The city is a grid and the grid is a trap, moving the pieces on the neighborhood map. The world is a mirror of the choices we made, watching the progress that the ancestors made. I wipe the red from the knuckles and I step in the ride, with nowhere left for the spirit to hide. The machine is alive and the machine is the truth, feeding the hunger of the project youth. I vanish in the smoke of the industrial night, hiding from the reach of the tactical light. The collar is a memory and the cage is a lie, under the gaze of the paranoid sky. Don't ever pull the chain again. The beast is hungry. The beast is hungry. Buffalo to the world. The world is yours. Let the beat fade out.
Empty stomach, sharper focus. The ribs are touching the iron. Look. Look. The ribs are touching like the bars on the county gate, signaling the arrival of a sudden fate. A man with a full belly is a man who is slow, caught in the middle of the project undertow. I am stalking the perimeter with the iron in the grip, refusing to let the street authority slip. The hunger is a fire and the hunger is a blade, watching the progress that the ancestors made. I see the target through the industrial steam, watching the reality of the violent dream. The predator is silent and the predator is thin, knowing exactly where the violence begin. The luxury is a ghost in the middle of the night, cutting through the fabric of the freezing light. I am a project pharaoh with the hole in the soul, paying the heavy and the lethal street toll. The winter is a witness to the desperate move, finding the rhythm in the neighborhood groove. I name drop the brothers who were hungry for the crown, watching how the internal project energy drowned. They didn't want the fame and they didn't want the light, they just wanted a meal in the middle of the night. I am the survivor of the Buffalo Frost, calculating every single tactical cost. The luxury is heavy and the trauma is deep, monitoring the secrets that the shadows keep. I got the alligator Parker in the empty plate,
signaling
the arrival of a sudden fate. The feds are a shadow in the industrial mist, adding a new name to the victory list. I am the king of the buffalo and the lord of the grind, mastering the rhythm of the project time. The comfortable soldier is the one who will fall under the shadow of the industrial wall. The starvation is power,
the starvation is truth,
feeding the fire
of the project youth.
You ate too much, you got lazy. I'm still starving. Buffalo, the machine. Look, the plate is full now, but the mind is still hollow, watching how the internal project energy follow. I eat the expensive steak, but I remember the crust, turning the industrial memory into the dust. The world is a mirror of the choices we made, watching the progress that the ancestors made. I am a poet of the pavement with the scarred up face, searching for the shadow of a forgotten space. The starving dog is the one who will never quit, waiting for the arrival of the ultimate hit. I vanish in the smoke of the industrial night, hiding from the reach of the tactical light. The hunger is the engine and the hunger is the truth,
feeding the fire of the project youth.
I finish the business with the cold industrial hand, planning the future of the project land. The city is a grid and the grid is a trap,
moving the pieces
on the neighborhood map. The machine is the predator and the machine is the king,
listening to the song that the desert wind sings.
Stay hungry or get eaten. The world is yours, let the beat fade out. Yeah, state property. The institution is freezing. I am waking up to the sound of the heavy iron door, sleeping on the plastic in the middle of the floor. The group home was a factory for the project pain, relieving the pressure in the paranoid brain. We were sitting in the circle with the state issue shoes, watching how the internal project energy lose. The blanket is thin and the blanket is gray, waiting for the arrival of the judgment day. The counselor is a shadow with a clipboard in hand, planning the future of the project land. I remember the hunger and I remember the cold, feeding the story that the ancestors told. We were brothers in the struggle and brothers in the cage, monitoring the energy of the project rage. The institution is a predator with a heart made of stone, leaving the street soldier feeling completely alone. I am a project pharaoh in the facility light, cutting through the fabric of the freezing night. I transitioned from the cottage to the county jail cell, watching the arrival of the neighborhood hell. The metal is freezing and the metal is raw, living outside of the reach of the law. I see the names carved in the bottom of the bunk, thinking about the spirits of the brothers who sunk. The radiator is clicking, but the heat is a lie. Under the gaze of the paranoid sky, I am counting the bricks and I'm counting the days, lost in the middle of the industrial maze. The luxury is a dream in the middle of the dark,
leaving the permanent psychological mark. The guard is a ghost with the keys on the belt, remembering how the institutional energy felt. I am the survival of the buffalo frost, calculating every single tactical cost. I see the reflection of the reaper in the steel, making the internal project survivalists feel. The feds are a shadow in the industrial mist, adding a new name to the victory list. They try to break the spirit, but they only made it harder. Stay proper. Look, I am a poet of the pavement with the scarred up face, searching for the shadow of a forgotten space. The kennel is cold, but the fire is in the chest, putting the internal project spirit to the test. I graduated from the cage to the mansion on the hill, satisfying the hunger of the project will. The alligator parker is a shield for the trauma, escaping the rhythm of the neighborhood drama. I still feel the chill of the institutional floor, thinking about the rhythm of the project war. The world is a mirror of the choices we made, watching the progress that the ancestors made. I am the king of the buffalo and the lord of the grind, mastering the rhythm of the project time. The kennel is empty, but the memory is thick, making the internal survivalist clock click. I vanish in the smoke of the industrial night, hiding from the reach of the tactical light. The luxury is heavy and the trauma is deep, monitoring the secrets that the shadows keep. From the group home to the throne, the cold stays in the bones. The world is yours. Let the beat fade out.